So I have come across a interesting find. This is actually really close to where I live here in Akron. I've driven past this area, which is called Embassy Parkway. That's the name of the road. It's just a road full of different kind of office buildings and stuff like that. Embassy, is traditionally a government term, where ambassadors would stay. And I think I figured out why they call this Embassy Parkway. And I'm going to show you that. But I first wanted to show you how the road itself is very windy. And there's really no rhyme or reason for it. And later in this video, it'll make a little more sense, but I believe that the road was built over a giant snake. The remains that I found near here, I believe to be the ruins of what was once a Tatarian old world massive palace. I'm going to first drive the entire road and show you how it winds. I'm making this little pre-video to tell you that I'm going to do that, because I'm going to speed it up when I play it, so you don't get bored. So I'm out here very close to my house. This is a reservoir that I drive by almost every day, and I've never noticed, well, I've noticed the reservoir, but for some reason, I just noticed this driving by a couple days ago. Pulled up here and realized that there's actually like a walking path by this lake, and goes up over there. And this gets super interesting because as I started to really look at these rocks, I started to notice some pretty cool stuff, especially on a couple of the other ones that I'm going to show you. First of all, that's just interesting in and of itself. that's stacked on there, almost like trying to keep something down. But there's all these ridges, so this is, I suspect, because that's on some of these other big slabs that are over here, from the demolition of what I believe was once a massive palace, Tatarian, old world, just before the last turnover there, going into Lucifer's short season. They took all these structures down, and I believe that these are some of the ruins of that structure. Some really interesting textures. And then real quick, this is a snake head. And I do believe that this whole road was a snake. That this is called Embassy Parkway. And it's interesting that it would even be called Embassy, because that has to do with government. And I've been researching Embassy Parkway, this whole area, for the last couple days, as much as I could, to try to figure out what was here before it turned into office buildings. But I do believe that there was a snake. Big snake, and that's what the road is here. All right, we're still here at the lake, and this is one of the ones I wanted to show. This one has decorations. I just want to show you how big this thing is. So really big, huge slab, and it definitely looks like, you know, the corner, the bottom of a palace. And they demoed it when they took it down and left some of it because they like to mock. Now, this lake has been pixeled out on Google Earth, and what I suspect is the palace used to be where this lake is. They demoed it and they filled it with water to cover it up. And after I started thinking that that was a possibility, I looked up the lake on Google Earth, and it is pixeled out for no reason other than they're hiding something under the lake. And I believe it to be the ruins of whatever palace was here. Being that it would be called Embassy, clearly this might have been a ancient site for some sort of government. I just don't think they had government like we have government, so I hate using that word. But in some respect, a place that things were kept in order. Just amazing, amazing. Amazing. Perfectly done, each one. There's a snake. Oh, what's that? Tyrrell. Okay, that's a clue. It could be, so it could be two things. That could be on the original structure, and I'm gonna have to look that up. So it could have been a part of the original structure. I just don't think they use the letters we use, so I think that might be put in after the fact, and very easily just could have been put there to mislead people from knowing that this is an ancient piece of rock, and they might, I'm just speculating, have carved some sort of name in there to make it look like this is a piece of art. That would be my guess. So here is Embassy Parkway on Google Earth. Just gonna bring it back a little bit here. And I am right here by that structure, and that is the lake. On Google Earth, that's the lake. Kind of looks like something, huh? And the interesting thing about it is that it's been pixeled over. That's all pixels. So they are covering this lake on Google Earth. They pixeled it out, because up here they didn't. And you can see, so the majority of that has been pixeled out. All right, so here we are at another piece of this structure. This one's really interesting because of the snake. It runs all the way up, and I believe is the same route as the road that this is on. Down to another head. Kind of hard to see. Let me get some of that out of there. So a double-headed snake. This is another huge piece. very interesting how it has these. Ow! I'm just kidding. So yeah, definitely a demolition site of some kind. I was trying to get the scale up there, but yeah, it's pretty big. So, see, there's some rock down in there, and this water, I gotta tell you, it's gonna be hard to see in the video, but this water is so black. It's just really dark water, darker than normal. So I don't know if maybe, there's a dye agent in it to really make sure people don't see what's underneath it, but which I believe to be the ruins of the ancient palace that was here on Embassy Parkway. And I'm going to do more digging into this and hopefully come up with some more stuff to show you. So just one last look at this one as I'm leaving here. Just amazing to think of how big those slabs are and how big and glorious of a structure would have been right there, and a place that would have been a very important structure for this whole area. And where I'm at is also a pretty high point in this kind of whole county that I'm in. This is even called Summit County. So it makes sense to build their palace, their embassy, right here in 330 area code. All right.